Hi guys! Kumusta kayo? Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, ang pag-uusapan natin are the latest updates for people who want to apply for a US tourist visa, also known as the B1 and B2 visas, at kung paano itong mga changes na ito makakaapekto sa inyong mga desisyon sa pag-apply ng visa. These updates are happening under President Trump's administration in 2025, and they could impact many of you planning to visit the United States as a Philippine passport holder. So if you haven't seen our full step-by-step video on how to apply for a US tourist visa, you can find the link in the description below to find more information and will help you. However, this video will give you extra and updated information that's very important before you apply. So let's dive in. Alright, so these are the new and updated rules under President Trump's immigration law as of April of 2025. Number 1. Stricter security checks for visa applicants or extreme vetting. President Trump signed a new executive order in January that makes it harder for people to get US visas. The government says it wants to make sure that only safe and honest travelers are allowed to enter the country. So here's what this means. Number 1, you need to attend an interview again. Before, some people didn't have to go to the embassy for an interview if they qualified for a waiver. That rule started during President Biden's time, but now, under the new executive order, almost everyone applying for a tourist visa must go to the US Embassy in Manila or the consulate in Cebu for a face-to-face interview. This is to double-check your background. Number 2, they will check your social media accounts. You will have to give them your usernames from apps like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, now called X, and others. They'll look at your posts, photos, and interactions. If they find something suspicious like posts that criticizes the US policies or support something they think is dangerous, it may affect your chances of getting approved. Number 3, they will ask for more proof that you plan to return home. The US wants to make sure you won't overstay your visa. You'll need to show strong reasons or evidence to return to the Philippines, like your job, family, business, school, or property. They want to see that you have a good life here in the Philippines and will not stay in the US illegally. So what does this mean for you? It means that visa approvals might take longer, and if they feel you can't prove your return to the Philippines, your visa might be declined under Section 214B of the U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act. This is the most common reason for tourist visa denial. And if you want to read the executive order in full, I've added a link in the description for you to read. The next one is possible US travel ban for certain countries that may include the Philippines. The US is reviewing a list of 43 countries that might face travel restrictions. They put these countries into 3 categories. The red category, it means that no visas allowed at all. The orange category, only a few people can get visas depending on their case. And in the yellow category, it means that extra rules or limits, but visas are still allowed. But as of now, in April of 2025, the Philippines is not on any of those lists. So that's good news. But because the US has seen many Filipinos overstaying their tourist visas in the past, the Philippines might be added later if that continues. So what could happen if we're added to the yellow list? There might be more limits, like a cap on how many tourist visas can be given each year from the Philippines. You might have to go through extra steps or show more documents during the interview and/or when arriving at the airport. And visa officers may become even stricter and may ask you specific questions about your trip. So again, please don't overstay if you're visiting the US. Let's help keep the Philippines off that list, alright? Number 3, the continuation of the 2 separate appointments that are now required. Starting September 28, 2024, the US government made changes to the application process. Now, everyone applying for a visa needs to go to 2 different appointments. The first appointment is at the Visa Application Center, or the VAC. Here, they will take your photo and fingerprints. This is called biometrics, and it helps them verify your identity. You can do this in either Manila or Cebu. The second appointment is at the US Embassy or Consulate. This is your actual visa interview. A US officer will ask you questions about your trip, your life in the Philippines, your job, finances, and more. So what's different now? The US is checking people more closely. Your information is being compared with bigger and updated security databases. Because of this and limited staff, the wait time for an interview can now be 3 to 6 months, especially in Manila. So make sure you plan your trip early. Number 4, stricter checks when you arrive at the US port of entry. Even if your visa gets approved, you still need to pass through US immigration when you land at the airport. Here's what can happen at the airport. Number 1, US officers may ask detailed questions about your visit, why you're coming, how long you'll stay, who you're visiting, and how you'll pay for your trip. The second is they may check your phone, social media, or luggage to make sure your story is true. Number 3, if they think you're planning to stay longer than allowed or work illegally, they can deny your entry, send you back to the Philippines, or even ban you from future visas. Also, even if you only overstay for a few days, it can be considered a serious violation. You may face deportation, detention, or be blacklisted from applying again. So in summary, a valid visa does not guarantee entry. If they find anything they don't like when you arrive, they can still refuse to let you in. And lastly, visa and reciprocity fees plus a possible security bond. The visa application fee is about $185 paid in Philippine pesos, and you won't get a refund if your visa is denied. If your visa is approved, you may also need to pay a reciprocity fee. This is a separate fee based on agreements between countries. There is talk that the US might bring back a $15,000 bond for people from countries with a high number of overstays. This has not been confirmed yet, but it's something to watch out for. So what does this mean? Applying for a visa is becoming more expensive and more difficult. If the bond rule returns, some people may have to pay a large amount upfront, and it would only be returned if they leave the US on time. So you can always check the most recent information about visa costs at travel.state.gov. So this link will be in the description below. So that's everything for today, guys. We hope this video helped you understand the new tourist visa rules in simple terms. If you're planning to apply soon, make sure to prepare well, be honest, and don't overstay your visa. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more helpful updates. See you in the next one. Ciao!